Master 100 Civics Questions for U.S. Citizenship Interview 2025 Checkmark. Part 4 Q31-40. Simple Guide. Late afternoon sunlight slanting across the library tables. Quiet pages turning. Anne and Mark speak softly by the reference shelves.
Hey, Mark. Ready for part 4 in our sunny study spot?
Ready and calm. Let's keep the flow going.
Question 31. When was the Declaration of Independence adopted? A. July 4th, 1776. B. July 2nd, 1776. C. September 17th, 1787.
I'll go with A. July 4th, 1776.
Correct. July 4th, 1776. That is the historic date the Continental Congress approved the Declaration, which we celebrate as Independence Day. July 2nd, 1776, B, was when the Congress voted for independence, but the Declaration itself was adopted on July 4th. September 17th, 1787, C, is the day the Constitution was signed, not the Declaration. Question 32. What do we call the first 10 amendments to the Constitution? A. The Federalist Papers. B. The Articles of Confederation. C. The Bill of Rights.
I'll go with C. The Bill of Rights.
Correct. The Bill of Rights. These first 10 amendments protect individual liberties like speech, religion, and due process. The Federalist Papers, A, are essays advocating ratification of the Constitution, not amendments. The Articles of Confederation, B, were the nation's first governing framework replaced by the Constitution. Question 33. Why does the flag have 13 stripes? A. Because there are 13 federal judicial circuits. B. Because there were originally 13 colonies. C. Because 13 states signed the Constitution.
I'll go with B. Because there were originally 13 colonies.
Correct. Because there were originally 13 colonies. The stripes honor the original colonies that declared independence from Britain. The number of federal judicial circuits, A, has nothing to do with the flag's design or symbolism. States did not sign a constitution in the way individuals did, and the stripes commemorate the colonies, not the ratification process. C. Question 34. What ocean is on the west coast of the United States? A. The Atlantic Ocean. B. The Gulf of Mexico. C. The Pacific Ocean.
I'll go with C. The Pacific Ocean.
Correct. The Pacific Ocean. The U.S. states along the West Coast, California, Oregon, and Washington, border the Pacific. The Atlantic Ocean, A, is on the East Coast. The Gulf of Mexico, B, borders states like Texas and Florida, not the West Coast. Question 35. The House of Representatives has how many voting members? A. 100. B. 435. C. 535.
I'll go with B. 435.
Correct. 435. Federal law fixes the number of voting House members at 435, a portion by state population. 100. A is the number of U.S. senators, not representatives. 535. C is the combined total of representatives and senators, not the House's voting membership alone. Question 36. When must all men register for the Selective Service? A. At age 18. B. At age 21. C. Within 30 days of receiving a draft notice.
I'll go with A. At age 18.
Correct. At age 18, men are required to register shortly after their 18th birthday, so the government maintains an updated list in case a draft is authorized. Age 21, B, is too late and not the legal threshold. Registering within 30 days of receiving a draft notice. C, confuses registration with a draft. Registration must occur at 18, regardless of any draft. Question 37. What is one right or freedom from the First Amendment? A. Privacy. B. Speech. C. Education.
I'll go with B. Speech.
Correct. Speech. The First Amendment explicitly protects freedom of speech, among other liberties like religion, press, assembly, and petition. Privacy, A, is an important constitutional concept, but not listed as a specific First Amendment freedom. Education, C, is not a First Amendment right. Schooling is primarily governed by states. Question 38. What movement tried to end racial discrimination? A. The Progressive Era. B. The Abolitionist Movement. C. The Civil Rights Movement.
I'll go with C. The Civil Rights Movement.
Correct. The Civil Rights Movement. This mid-20th century movement fought to end segregation and discriminatory laws, leading to landmark protections. The Progressive Era, A, focused on political and economic reforms like trust-busting and labor laws, not ending racial segregation specifically. The Abolitionist Movement, B, sought to end slavery before the Civil War, not the later battle against Jim Crow discrimination. Question 39. What did the Emancipation Proclamation do? A. Ended the Civil War. B. Granted women the right to vote. C. Freed the slaves.
I'll go with C. Freed the slaves.
Correct. Freed the slaves. Lincoln's Emancipation Proclamation declared enslaved people in Confederate-held territory free and reshaped the war's purpose. It did not end the Civil War. A. Fighting continued until 1865. It did not grant women the right to vote. B. That came with the 19th Amendment in 1920. Question 40. What group of people was taken to America and sold as slaves? A. Africans. B. Irish. C. Chinese.
I'll go with A. Africans.
Correct. Africans. Millions were forcibly taken through the transatlantic slave trade and enslaved in the Americas. The Irish, B, immigrated largely by choice, often fleeing famine and hardship, but were not transported as chattel slaves. The Chinese, C, faced severe discrimination and exploitation, especially during railroad construction, but they were not taken and sold as as slaves in the same system. Strong work, Mark. Clear voice, steady pace, and careful reasoning on each item. Missed one or felt unsure anywhere.
I hesitated on the stripes question.
Great. Let's log it in a mistake notebook.
I'll write the question, my wrong guess, and the correct reason.
Now make a tiny flashcard from that entry.
I'll review it tomorrow, then again in 3 days.
Try a 1-minute teach back to a friend. Explain the correct fact out loud.
Teaching it will expose any gaps.
Next session, start with your 3 most recent mistakes.
That turns errors into quick wins.
And remember, progress is built on corrected mistakes.
Got it. I'm learning faster because I track and fix them.